This is my review of the Dyson AM07. It's a tower fan thing. It's bladeless. There are no blades. My hand has not been chopped off by putting my hand in there. It's safe. It's legal. It's Dyson. So Dyson to you guys. So first of all, aesthetic. So you can stick your remote on there. I never use that because you need it by your side, so that's a bit pointless. The Dyson, they are copying Apple. They want to be the Apple of vacuum cleaners and stuff. This is an old Apple remote from 2005-ish, which you got with your iMac. So as you can see, it's sort of all like flush, whatever. And this is the Dyson remote, which you can see here. So all the buttons are sort of kind of, you have to look at it, you have to feel around to find the buttons. It's quite, you know, it's not the best in my opinion. The remote as well, you have to point it at the machine. If you point it like this, it doesn't work. This, in comparison to this Klarstein fan, which I bought recently, this is controlled with this remote, which is much bigger. You've got a click wheel there, on-off button, oscillate, mode, timer. This fan does everything this fan does, but I actually find it quieter and it's easier to sleep with. It's on mute. It has a mute mode, and it pretty much makes no noise. It makes the same amount of noise as like a USB powered hard drive plugged in. So when I bought this, I was a little bit disappointed actually, because it does make a fair amount of noise. It basically sounds like a vacuum cleaner on number 10. So there was a particular hot night where, well, you can just hear it now. So hopefully you can see. So this is on number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I would say number 1 and 2 is okay. This fan makes like no noise up to sort of number 7, 5 to 7. I've not been able to sleep with this Dyson in the same room, whereas with this I have been able to sleep with it. So the annoying thing is, like Apple, they've got one button on the front and one button only. It's just the power button. You need the actual remote. So if you lose this remote, it's 27 quid for a replacement. You can turn it on and change the speed on that, and that's it. You can't oscillate. With this one, which costs about 90 quid, you've got everything that's on the remote apart from the sleep timer. You've got oscillate, power, speed settings and mode button. So you've got pretty much everything. So you don't really need the remote for that one, but you really need the remote for this one. So this is the oscillate button with the arrows there. Is it oscillating? There we go. So yeah, you do need to actually point it, get a good line of sight on there. So this is it oscillating. It's quite a cool machine when it oscillates. Yeah, well, when it's not oscillating, it's very futuristic. So I've had it about 2 weeks, and you can already see there is some dirt in there. So it does suck up dirt and dust. It's quite grimy. I've also put packaging tape over the LED panel there. That's because it doesn't turn off and it's pointing directly at my bed. So if you're like me, you don't like any lights, etc. when you're sleeping, that is annoying. I've also put a little bit of black tape on there. I was going to originally put that on the LED panel, but I decided just to stick it there anyway. Let's just ignore that. So it's very easy to assemble as well. You just literally put this plastic bit down, click. So you just move it, pop it in till it clicks in. Disadvantage is this is plastic. Everything's plastic. It is really wobbly. So if you do, although it's safe for children, your children's hands won't be chopped off when they stick their hands in there. They may knock it over because it's quite lightweight. Whereas with this one, as long as this one is actually locked with a Phillips screwdriver, so as long as your child doesn't get a Phillips screwdriver, or I don't know, smashes it up with a hammer, then they should be safe. I mean, I can't get my hands in there. I'm pretty sure your kids' fingers won't get in there. And also with this one, the base is really heavy. I mean, this is not going anywhere. It is sort of obviously moving around, but the base is really heavy. Whereas with this one, it's, you know, very lightweight. The advantage with the Dyson, one of the advantages, is that the footprint is quite small. It's 18 centimeters. This one takes up 40 centimeters, so it's sort of a bigger unit, but it doesn't make any noise, more or less, in silent mode. So you can actually sleep with this on, whereas with this one I can't. There is just a constant white noise background. So overall, I would probably just actually get this. Get a expensive pedestal fan versus a very expensive vacuum cleaner on blow. The cooling part of the marketing thing, it's just a normal fan. It does nothing for cooling. It's just a cooling fan. It's just literally a fan blowing air on your face. So I wouldn't say it's a big deal really. So I was actually going to get the purifying unit because I do have a fair amount of dust in this room, but I think the war on dust, you know, no one's going to win that, and it is 500 quid, whereas with this it's 90 quid, and it's a really good pedestal fan that does everything this fan does. So I would say get this one.